Welcome to Impact Wrestling, 3 days removed from Hard to Kill. Now, before I get started, there's something I want to say. Things have changed. Look at Twitch. When you look at Twitch right now, Melissa's not there. Now, either because she might be sick, or maybe there might be a situation that she can't be on, or they may have removed her from doing the Twitch stream. But right now, without her there, just running regular wrestling promotion advertisement, we got at the end of this show 10,800 people, nearing 10,900. When Melissa was there, you would be lucky if you got maybe 2,000 people to 1,500. And we're not against Melissa, but things have changed. And then you look at this show, and I think of Alice in Wonderland falling down or going down the rabbit hole. We just went down the rabbit hole, and look at what we got at the end of it. A very compelling show that I'm sure not everyone is going to agree with. Everyone will. Because they're going to probably say, well, Impact is getting hosed here. And I'm going to have my thoughts about this at the end of the review, and I'll say it, but that's what I think many people are going to think. Now, opening, we had Eric Young versus Rhino. Now, you had Jake at ringside, you had Joe Dorling at ringside, and you had Diener at ringside. There wasn't that much about this match until the end, when you see basically Joe messing over a Rhino, messing up a Jake, and then once you see the heel hook put in by Eric Young onto Rhino, pretty much it was over. Rhino tapped, but he didn't let it go. There was no letting go, and I believe the match was DQ'd, or it could have been no contest. My guess is a DQ. Violence by Design is making a statement that they want to destroy everyone and make sure that they're the most dominant force in Impact Wrestling. A great thing to see and a good opening to make sure that his new team of Sanity, a new version of Sanity, I'm sorry, that's what this is. A new version of Sanity done well, it's going to get over. If you don't think it's going to get over, it's going to get over. Now, I want to get this done very quickly because I'm hoping it's over, which I don't think it is. And I hope the person that is not... you see her in my face. Taya got arrested because now AC went into the Knockouts' own locker room at Hard to Kill, found ring rust, the spray, used it. Well, not used it, but he said to Tommy, someone used ring rust on Larry. Here it is. And I learned from Wrestle House about forensics. And now I know that if you have this, you're going to have the fingerprints on it, which, if he was going to be a bit more accurate, wouldn't it have been better to wear gloves and keep it into a damn bag? SCU? Law and Order? Duh. Wouldn't it have been better for him to be wearing gloves or have the damn thing in a damn bag? If he's saying that I understand a little bit of forensics, you got your fingerprints all over the damn thing. Taya was set up to take the fall here. She has her interview. You got AC, you have Johnny, and you have the Tommy Dreamer. Come to... Why did she admit that she did it wearing that damn dress? You can see that dress in my face. That has every curve every man wants to dream of. She looks so gorgeous. And now she gets arrested, admits that she did it, and then runs into Rosemary, who demands them to release her, faces her, is angry beyond stink that she did it, and she admits she didn't want him to be her husband. She believed he was a monster, and then Rosemary hugs her, and she's taken away to jail. And if I remember correctly, how Tommy was talking, that she's going to be going down to Connecticut. Oh my gosh, please no. When he said that she's going down to a Connecticut jail, that could mean one of two things. One, he's just screwing around saying that they're going to be something like WWE, or she's actually going to WWE. And I'm hoping neither one, please. But by all that the Great Spirit gives me, please, do not let Taya Valkyrie go to WWE to be with her husband and get stuck into a fucking contract where she gets fucked. Please don't let this happen. Please. Let it just be part of the story and she's not going. Alright, let me move on. We had several different interviews. One, Matt Cardona, possibly now part of Impact, or at least for a couple of tapings. We had Ace Austin being angry that Matt Cardona was to shine, that he didn't get a shot at X Division, and he's annoyed at Josh Alexander because he's nothing but a bitch because he had to be looking over his match during the kickoff show. We got the fight. We had to talk with a Josh saying, hey, who the hell you think you are? You want something, you gotta earn it. The fight happens, and now possibly Matt Cardona, Josh Alexander are going to be having a tag team against Ace and Madman Fulton. Not against it. I was just thinking maybe Matt Cardona was going to go up against Madman Fulton and then maybe go through Ace. But this could give us more than a few matches. They have the tag match. Then you got him going up against Madman Fulton. That is Matt Cardona. But it's obvious you're going to have... I'm missing Ethan Page. I'm missing Ethan Page. If he's gone, it's sad because even though that segment he did at Hard to Kill, many people think it was garbage. It was a freaking B movie. And it was awesome. Moving on. Kimberlee and Susan versus Grace and Jazz. I do not know how to feel about this. It was a fine match. You got Purrazzo messing up the match. And Jazz and Grace lose. But what does this actually mean? I mean, I know they have to have tag teams for the Hood Rats. I'm not calling them Fire and Flavor. They are the Hood Rats. To me. Not against them. But they act like Hood Rats. And that's how they're always going to be seen by me. As Hood Rats. Trifling girls. Which I'll get to in a moment. But seeing that Jazz and Grace lost again does not fill me with a lot of confidence on them being booked properly. I know there's got to be losses and wins in the women's tag division, in the Knockouts tag division, but still it worries me. Now, we got the Hood Rats of Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz trying to convince people to come to their, I gotta say it, Fire and Flavor Fest next week. They're gonna have it. They're going to have it probably in the ring. They're going to have, I'm hoping not in the ring, but they're going to have it in the back. They're going to have some food. They're going to have some stuff. And then they go to the ring. I'm hoping to do a two-parter. They do it in the back. Then they go into the ring and they do the rest of it. That's what I'm hoping for, but probably they'll be doing in the ring. They'll probably set up the ring like a place to eat and stuff. I'm hoping not, and not do like WWE. That's just me. You guys tell me below. But they try to convince people to come. And they asked Swinger. They asked Tennille. They asked the ref. They asked everybody. So we will see who's going to be there. Now, Raju, TJP, and Scott. You got a very frustrated Raju. He wants his rematch. He's demanding that he gets his title back because now who walks into the office when he faces Scott, it is TJP with the title. And he's saying, what is this? He's not supposed to get it anymore. He said, yeah, of course, you lost the title. So he's got it. He said, but he's not supposed to have it because he was manic. He said, of course he was manic. So basically they just squashed it. But now he gets a shot next week. He thinks it's for the title and it's not for the title. And he's going to be freaking pissed off. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. But maybe they're going to do something with Raju and not make him like a total joke. I'm hoping. There's more. I don't know. Now, the Rich Swann segment with Moose. Rick Swann making Hard to Kill's main event means something. Good. Now, we did get, near the beginning of the show, Rick Swann getting laid out by Moose after Hard to Kill. And he was not happy about it. That's the reason why we got this segment. He calls out Moose. Moose comes out. He says, you know, you're angry. You're mad. People make mistakes when they're angry and mad. This is not the time to be angry and mad. You shouldn't be messing with me. And he says, oh, I want to mess with you. I want to do this here and now. And he says, no. It's not on your time. This is my time. And he says, all right. But if this is not the time to do it, then what are we going to do? And then he attacks him. And they have a bit of a mess around where Mac is in my face a little bit. He's one part of it. He does a Phoenix Splash onto Moose after he beat him up a bit. And Moose had to roll out of the ring. Now, for me personally, I would have liked them to call some people outside to come in. In other words, get security to come in. And Scott DeMall, he's the one, he should be dealing with this. Honestly, he should be dealing with it. He should have had security separate the two. That's just me. I just feel like it would have been better that way. It doesn't mean it was a bad segment, but I feel like it could have been better if security had come, separated them, charge Moose, or charge Rich, or demand him not to even be near one another until he decides when they're going to have the match. That's just me. Brian Myers versus Fala. Not a bad match. I don't know what this means for Fala, and I don't know what it means for... They're my face. I gotta say this, guys. When it comes to Fala, he's got great charisma. He now plays a character I really like. Because he's not just doing the ba a little bit. He's now different. And I feel like they should do something more with him. Then you got Brian Myers. And you wonder where they're going to go with him. Will he face, if Matt Cardona is staying, will he face him or will he team up with him? Will they have some type of story together? I really do believe that eventually, if Matt Cardona is working for Impact full time, he will be facing Brian Myers eventually. Or he'll be teaming up with him. That's just me. You guys tell me below. And then finally, and if I'm forgetting anything, I'm sorry. You got Sabin and Storm versus Private Party and Matt at ringside. Now, when the Good Brothers came out, they wanted people to understand that they are the best. They are the be-all, end-all of Impact Wrestling. And then you hear Private Party's music, which I did not expect. Since I don't look at any cheat sheets, any dirt sheets or anything. I can't believe I say cheat sheets. Any dirt sheets. I don't check social media, so I don't want to be knowing anything. I want to be surprised. And seeing this made me very, very interested. You now got Private Party, and Matt is basically hosing these asses. He is hosing them, making them have to pay top dollar for him to be their manager. He's getting 50% of whatever they get for the third party action here. I'm going like, damn, Matt cleaning up. I think I'm a relative of Matt Hardy. Just call me Matt. I'm right here. I'm your relative, please. But seeing that was great. But then you see James Storm. Then you see Chris Sabin. And I don't know if James Storm is back. This could just be for a few tapings like Matt Cardona. But seeing James Storm back honestly gives something extra Impact Wrestling. I know James Storm isn't a very powerful star in wrestling. He's not. He isn't. If he had stayed with WWE and been in NXT a lot longer than he was, and then left, he would have raised his bar a lot more. Thank goodness he didn't stay very long and he didn't go to the main roster. But as it stands now, he was at NWA for a little while. He's not working for AEW, which, if he's not doing Impact, he should go to AEW. He should show up. It's good to see him. They need him. A little bit more what they used to have in a new way. The match was good. And you got Tony Khan with Jerry Lynn there. I did not expect Tony Khan to be there. He looked like a bumbling buffoon. I'm telling you. He looked like a goof. He did. No, you know what he looked like? He looked like a mark. If I was in his place, I'd be smiling and happy too. But the match was good. But in the end, because Jerry Lynn interfered and grabbed Saban's leg, Private Party won, and now they get an opportunity against the Good Brothers, because this was about if either one of those teams wins the match at the end of the show, they get a shot at the Good Brothers title. And I'm going like, now you got Private Party, an AEW team, going up against the Good Brothers, an Impact team, going for their titles. And this is what I know, and I have to say this in the beginning of this review, because I know a lot of people saying that Impact is getting hosed here. They're not. Guys, understand right now. Impact Wrestling is getting way more than what they ever got in the last 5 freaking years. From the time they left, look, when they left Spike to go to Destination America, then they went to Anthem. Now they're on, look, they're on Access TV. They've gone to 3 different places. And when it came down to it, they never gained back most of what they lost. This is an opportunity to be seen not on one network, but now 2 networks. One in America mainly. The other network, yes, it has 120 or more million people on it. But we are still talking about TNT. That has an extra maybe 50 to 100 million people who watch it as well. Easily more than that. They're on 2 different networks. There are people, and if I'm right, you're going to be seeing some more Impact people that's going to be on AEW Dynamite probably this Wednesday. At least 1 or 2 will come over. And they should come over. Be seen, have their moment, and then next week we see what happens next. This is an opportunity for Impact to finally, understand, finally get a foothold in America. Since they lost Spike, they had maybe 2 or 3 million fans on Spike before they left. Well, at least before the show started getting really bad and they just got released by Spike. This is an opportunity where we may get some of that steam back. Not all of it. Not unless they really do something and revamp themselves. And that they keep working with AEW, they start working with NWA, they start working with others and not make this all about Impact. They make sure everyone gets a shot at being on top. Because they tried it with Pro Wrestling Noah. And they tried it with Crash Wrestling. And they didn't do it right. It was always about Impact Wrestling. Here it's not about Impact. They messed up when they did it with those other promotions. This time, they're going to do it back and forth. That's how it should be. That's what I'm hoping for. Of course, this is just my point of view. I don't know if it's going to happen, but maybe it will. But you guys tell me below how you feel. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.